Hey yo, it's Guido coming at you with the Tactics Talk. Guys, welcome back. This episode of World of Tanks. We have LP Bronco. And this is a relatively unusual tank. You don't see a whole lot of reviews or replays about the old 5916, the Tier 6 Chinese light tank. Chinese light tanks are a mixed bag, aren't they? Very interesting. More combat, really. More mediums than light tank, I would say, wouldn't you? But I like them. I actually like them quite a bit, and they tend to hit hard for light tanks. They tend to not have great camo for light tanks, but they're very mobile, and they have some of the best light tank armor out there. Kind of like some of the Russian, the LT-54 or the T-54 lightweight, that kind of thing. So he is here on Serene Coast. And I like to feature some of these replays with unusual tanks like the 5916. In case you might be going up that line or be interested, I've always liked this one quite a bit. He finds this P-43 and just punishes him right away. The dude is sitting there. That spot is a pretty standard spot, and where LP just lit him is a pretty standard place to be lit from. So if you don't see any of your light tanks go down into the pit of doom right here, be very careful about getting lit. I've actually been erased from that spot because a tank did exactly what LP did, a light tank did. Lit me up. I didn't really understand I was lit up, and then I just disintegrated. So he gets some easy damage, moves along, and comes up over on this other side. There's a Matilda working around the middle, although the Churchill 3 has sort of pushed in, and LP gets lit and bails out. This is something you've got to do as a light tank early on if you're going to be an aggressive forward spotter like this, is be willing to fall back if you get lit and you don't really know how you got lit. No reason just getting shot for no reason. He's going to come up in here, and I'll be honest, LP, I'm not 100% sure what the plan is here. The M4A1 is getting some shots. I thought you were going to try to maybe sneak a shot on the Su-100 here, go after his upper superstructure or something, but you just sit here, and I'm assuming you're trying to just keep him proxy lit. You've got an M7 and a couple mediums up there, but there's no real aggressive play out of this. Now the M4A1 gets a shot, and he's sort of wandering around. And unfortunately for him, he gets taken out by, here in just a minute, he's going to get hit. He's only got 335 hit points left, so he's already sort of in trouble. LP comes in here, doesn't have the gun depression. That is one of the big weaknesses of the Chinese line. The gun depression is awful. We get targeted by an RBFM. The M4A1 dies, and we bail out of here. So we really kind of went there and sort of rocked back and forth and maybe kept a couple guys proxy lit that nobody had shots on, lost some hit points, and nothing really came of it. So if you were going to go up there, I might have tried to either get a shot or left there earlier because there wasn't much going on. And you're not getting a whole lot of help from your two medium buddies. Now this is going to play into the game a little while later. They both have taken hits from the guys down there, and LP continues to work, get some spotting damage on that guy, so down goes the M4A1 on the enemy team. He kind of comes back up to this point that he's familiar with, and he finds the 3002, and this other guy's sort of sitting there. And this is what I thought you might do a little bit more early on with the hold down thing, but you wouldn't want to stay there too long because they had so many tanks in the game. You do a nice job working over this guy. There's that turret armor working for you. Takes one more shot and bounces off the 3002, and then keeps on coming back for the P43. Takes another hit. That guy's now shooting gold. Gets inside his reload. Unfortunately, bounces off his turret. Gonna go for one more. Gets missed. And then decides, I think after this, maybe there's one more shot. No. Probably lucky he missed you right there. I think your turret was exposed. Looks like somebody's trying to come in. LP bails out of this, which I think was the right answer. You may have poked one or too many times there. Down goes the T1 that looked like he was coming for you. The M10 RBFM is a very dangerous foe because of the speed at which it can fire. Looks like LP is going to come up here and look for a shot on him. There he goes, little auto aim, bink, put a shot on his back, bring him down to 85. He's trying to get away, and somebody else takes him down. So I thought that was a pretty good series right there. You guys are 7-8. You're down to the 3002 and the Su-100. Is there one other in there? There was. Is the P43 dead? I don't see him dead. I think he's still around somewhere. So there are 3 guys in there, and your mediums are beat up. So what is the plan at this point? Do we help the 2 mediums, see if we can't hold these guys off or clean them up? And one of the only reasons those 2 mediums are alive, or probably the only reason those 2 mediums are alive, was you. You were causing them trouble. You kept showing up, getting crossfires on them, and then you bail out of there. I think I would have stuck around there a little while longer and seen if I could have done some work on them. It looks like you're thinking, all right, the Churchill and the O1 are in trouble, or taking on the KV-1. The KV-1's in trouble. So I see you flex back over here, but the Su-100 flex, the Su-100Y and the 304 are definitely supporting them. And all of a sudden, we're in pretty good shape. And look what's happened to your two buddies. Now, it may have been one of those scenarios where you said, you know what, mediums, you should have been down here helping me a long time ago. Bye-bye. I get that. But unfortunately, you let loose the dogs of war up in the north. And that Hellcat, by the way, is going to rage around here for a long time, and there's no real recognition by you. I'm not sure if you saw the Hellcat or you just ignored him, hoping the 100Y would take him out. And I didn't change the camera view, but there were a couple opportunities where you would have had shots. I would have swung right back around and made sure we got rid of that Hellcat, because he was overextended, but he had the possibility of killing a couple of your guys. And the good news is they got him. I don't know if he actually took any damage off your Su-100Y. But I would have swung back around and made sure he goes away. We're in pretty good shape now, though. We just have to track down the 100, the Hummel, and the P-43. The P-43 and the 100 were last seen up in the north. So the question is, are they pushing to our cap, or did they go back? If they're smart, they're going back. Or they're at least sitting up in the A-B area around 3 or 4. We get the Hummel lit. Looks like maybe the KV-1 saw him right there. Nice reaction on that. Come around here. You got to fight your gun depression just a little bit. Get up high enough to get a shot. And he's just staring. Blap. And a blap. Probably could have got away with regular AP on that, but there you go. He's dead. Down goes the Panzer Fizzle Whizzle. And now it's a little more even. But we've got a 304. That's nice. A near-dead 100Y. You can take one hit from the P-43, but none hits from the Su-100. And then the KV-1 is on pretty good hit points. Did he get hit by the artillery? All right, so he's okay, but he's also more or less a one-shot to the Su-100. What did he have, 300? 291. So I think the Su-100 is sitting about a 300 alpha gun or so. Very dangerous at this tier for a Su-100 if he's got the top gun. Nice job just poking the turret up over and taking a looky-loo. See if you can see something. There's the P-43. Slam on the brakes, come around, look for some shots. You did get lit, so you have to be careful about... Now, you do need to be kind of careful about going too far this way, because there's a little upslope, and the further away you get from this cover, the better angle somebody camping up in there has on you. Looks like you're trying to make sure this guy goes away. I might have just taken that blind shot. Just hope it curved over. He's making a runner, and down he goes. The Su-100Y ends up getting him. Because he shot him from behind you there. Got you lit, and we're going to push on in here. I think I might have waited a little longer before I pushed in here. Just so, yeah, see, there was a shot that just went in. I would have waited till I went dark and then moved in, vice letting maybe the Su-100, if he happened to have a shot on that little entrance right there, getting a timing shot or even being lit still. That's one of those things late game that you need to think about, especially when you're trying to figure out how you can approach or get close to a camping TD who might be in a bush. The last thing you want to do is give him SA on which way you're moving, provided you have the time, obviously. So he is right there. And we auto-aim. I'm not really sure why we auto-aim. I think I would have aimed in. What I don't understand is which way. So what I didn't get out of this, now he was just in there, wasn't he? Interesting. So I don't know why he didn't just swing around and shoot you. And the replays are often bugged. You probably had a highlight and had a good idea which way his gun was going. On the replay, I did not. But hey, man, nice job. 3 kills, 1,200 damage, 200 assist. I don't know if I would have left the 2 mediums up there, but it ended up working out. You did a nice job moving around the map, getting to where you needed to be to put some damage down range. I would imagine it's because you were a bit irritated by the medium just sitting up there and not coming down and helping you. But it looked like those 3 tanks, especially the Su-100, sort of had them locked down and their approach wasn't going to be any good. One of the things they could have done was send one of them down over the hill and down low, obviously around this way, especially as you started to beat them up over here, and help you figure out how to get in a crossfire on these guys. Somebody getting up around here with you behind them or something. Excuse me. But hey, You made it happen, man. Thanks for sending it in. I like to feature the replays of the tanks that maybe some people don't see a whole bunch of. But the 5916, folks, is a pretty fun light tank at Tier 6. I did enjoy it. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you.